Can you think of a time when your information literacy skills weren't enough to help a patron that you were working with that was something to do with social services?
Yeah, so this is a very young woman who comes in fairly regularly. She doesn't have a car, she has to walk here, she lives with her grandparents, she wants to move out, she has a small child, and one time, actually the last few times I've seen her, when it's quiet, she will tell me everything that's going on in her life, and she's clearly in need of a lot of assistance. Like, she is working very hard to try to support herself and her child so she can move out. She doesn't really have a ton of family support beyond her grandparents, who are elderly, can't really do a whole lot for her. And I can sense that she needs more assistance than just what I can offer her with a library card. She loves coming to the library, checking out books and movies for her kid, but she obviously needs a lot more. And I just don't know what I can even connect her to, or if I'm allowed to assume that she needs something. And that's where a social worker would just be amazing.
In the MLIS 7430 Teaching Information mini lecture posted in week 1 of this class, information literacy was defined as a combination of critical thinking skills to understand information and be able to use it. In an academic library setting, librarians teach students how to understand and use academic information to succeed in their academic goals. In the public library, librarians often find that the information they are helping their patrons to understand and teaching them to use pertains to issues surrounding social services. Cathcart 2008 speaks to the ways being a reference librarian in a public library blurs the line between librarian and social worker, saying that the rise of e-government has created this blurring by moving government services online and eliminating positions that would once have been engaged in face-to-face information literacy pertaining to services. With the rise of e-government, people who often have limited access to technology and limited digital skills have nowhere else to turn except the public library. San Francisco Public Library is credited with hiring the first social worker to be employed by a public library. Leah Esquera is that social worker, and she has been instrumental in pioneering the partnership between libraries and social work. Esquera says that she has built a collection of resources that help her clients use information to access free shelters, free eats, free showers, free clothing, low-cost laundry, and free storage. Apply for public benefits such as general assistance and food stamps, as well as free vouchers for state ID. Amy Schofield, whose library, Richland Library in Columbia, South Carolina, has a whole social work department, says that social workers have inside knowledge in the field that librarians just don't have, and that expertise benefits the patron, the community, and librarians themselves, who often get burned out trying to act as both social worker and librarian. S.C. Johnson commends social workers in the library as really quite feasible, describing ways that libraries can partner with universities to create internships that are beneficial to the library, the social worker, and the university. C.P. Lambert puts forth 3 models for having social workers in the library. 1. Hiring social workers as permanent library staff. 2. Hosting social workers from local government or community provider agencies. And 3. Partnering with colleges and universities to create social work internships and public libraries.
With social services resources.
Yes, we do have a patron who comes in. I suspect this person may have some mental health challenges. And oftentimes when I'm trying to communicate with her to help her with her needs, her request, I feel like we're not communicating. And I feel like I'm not giving her the information she needs that will benefit both her health challenges and the information part that she's trying to get answered. So in that case, a social services expert, someone who's knowledgeable about those services, would be very helpful.